Good morning, students. Today's our topic is second part of transpiration. We are studying stomatal opening and closing. Three mechanism or theories were given. Among them, two we study earlier. First principle or theory is starch sugar conversion theory. Second, Steward hypothesis, and third is active potassium ion transport theory. This theory was given by Imamuro and Fusino and modified by Leavitt. What is the theory? Look at this. First of all, in daytime, formation of malic acid in guard cell. In presence of light in guard cell, there is malic acid is performed. This malic acid is breakdown or dissociation in malate and hydrogen ion. Means, first of all, in the presence of light, malic acid is performed, and in the presence of light, malic acid dissociated in malate and hydrogen ion. Entry of potassium ion from subsidiary cell to guard cell. After dissociation of malate and hydrogen ion, potassium ion enter in the guard cell from subsidiary or accessory cell by active transport. There is two types of transportation, active and passive. Whenever any carrier included in transportation, then it is called active transportation, or whenever the need of energy is necessary, then it is active transportation. Whenever potassium ion enter in guard cell, then hydrogen ion exit by guard cell in subsidiary cells to make balance. Potassium malate is performed in guard cell. After entry of potassium ion react with malate and perform potassium malate, and this potassium malate increase the concentration of guard cell. Whenever potassium malate is performed, the potassium malate increase the concentration of guard cell by dissolving in water. Potassium malate is very dissoluble in water, and it increase the concentration of guard cell. Whenever the concentration is increases, then endosmosis happen. As we study in plant water relation, there is two cell A and B. We are taking an example. Both cells concentration of same, then there is no any activity. Whenever one cell increase its concentration, then by the osmotic pressure water comes to this cell. So here whenever guard cell increase their concentration, endosmosis happen. And what is the endosmosis? You study earlier. Whenever entry in the cell, then it is called endosmosis. When exit of water from a cell, then it is called exosmosis. By endosmosis, guard cell, flaccid and stomatals are open. Okay. In the night, what happens? Concentration of CO2 increases in subsidiary cells as photosynthesis absent. Night में क्या होता है? Photosynthesis absent, because photosynthesis means photo means light. In the presence of light, plants make their food, and whenever they are making their food, the oxygen is also produced in byproduct, in the form of byproduct. So in the night there is absence of photosynthesis, so increase of CO2 in subsidiary cell. By increasing CO2, activation of abscisic acid hormone. As you know, there is two types of hormone. One is growth inhibitor and another is growth regulator. So abscisic amla is a growth inhibitor hormone. By activation of ABA in presence of CO2. CO2 की प्रेजेंस में क्या होगा? एब्सिसिक एसिड जो है वो एक्टिव हो जाएगा, और उसके एक्टिव होने से क्या होगा, पोटेशियम आयन जो है वो एग्जिट हो जाएगा। कहां से? गार्ड सेल में, जो अपन ने देखा था कि डे टाइम में इसने एंट्री की थी गार्ड सेल में सब्सिडरी सेल से, और अब नाइट में क्या हो रहा है, एग्जिट हो रहा है पोटेशियम आयन फ्रॉम गार्ड सेल। और गार्ड सेल से पोटेशियम आयन के एग्जिट होने पर क्या होगा, डिक्रीज इन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ गार्ड सेल। एंट्री की थी तो पोटेशियम मेलेट फॉर्मेशन हुआ था और गार्ड सेल की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जो है वो इंक्रीज हो गई थी। अब जैसे ही पोटेशियम आयन एग्जिट करेगा तो क्या होगा, डिक्रीज इन द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इन गार्ड सेल, और जैसे ही कॉन्सेंट्रेशन डिक्रीज होगी तो वापस क्या होगा, इस सेल से वाटर जो है, या यूं कहें कि गार्ड सेल से वाटर सब्सिडरी सेल में चला जाएगा, और सब्सिडरी सेल में चले जाएगा तो गार्ड सेल क्या हो जाएगी, फ्लैसिड। गार्ड सेल बिकम फ्लैसिड एंड स्टोमेटा आर क्लोज्ड. This is the active potassium transport theory, active potassium ion transport theory. Now we'll study factor affecting transpiration. Our new topic is factor affecting transpiration. There is two factors which are affecting activity of transpiration, external and internal. External, 4 factor: light, wind, available soil water, temperature. First of all, light. In the presence of light, stomata are open and transpiration happens. Whenever the light intensity of light is increases, transpiration rate is high, and the intensity of light is decreases, the rate of transpiration is low. Wind. What is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of vapor is called transpiration. Whenever wind flow, then it flow also vapor. Then if the rate of air is high, then the rate of transpiration is also high. Whenever the air is absent, flow of air is absent, then transpiration rate is decreases. Third, available soil water. What is the available soil water? The water which can plant absorb. Which water plant absorb? Capillary water. When capillary water is present, then plant absorb more water, and then transpiration rate is high. Whenever in xerophatic conditions there is lack of water, then the rate of transpiration is also low. Temperature increases, the rate of transpiration is also increases. The temperature decreases, then the rate of transpiration is also decreases. Second, internal factor, leaf structure. First of all, leaf structure. There is two types of leaf. One is parallel to the sunlight, and second is dorsiventral. So, and second thing, the stomata are present on the leaf also affect the rate of transpiration, because dorsiventral leaves obtain direct sunlight and parallel leaf obtain indirect sunlight. So there is difference between these two leaves, rate of transpiration. Leaf orientation is also affecting the rate of transpiration by its presence of stomata or etc. Third, root shoot ratio. Whenever you know what is shoot is the aerial part of the plant. Whenever root shoot ratio, and root is the underground part of plant, whenever this ratio is increases, rate of transpiration also increases, and this ratio is decreases, then rate of transpiration is also decreases. Next, significance of transpiration. What is the significance or role of transpiration? As you know, transpiration is loss of water in the form of vapor. So transpiration is also called necessary evil. What? Necessary evil. Why necessary? Because as we know, there is two types of water absorption, active and passive. Most of the water absorption happens when the transpiration occur. So in the presence of transpiration, plant absorb water. So this is necessary. And evil, because they lose most of their water in form of vapor. Only few part of absorbed water is utilized in vital activities of a plant. So it is called necessary evil. Significance. What are the significance if we discuss it in point wise? The first, release of excessive water. Second, temperature also reduce. The temperature of transpiration also reduce the temperature of leaf. Third, ascent of sap in the plants is due to transpiration pull. By the ascent of sap, water reaches to the leaf and there leaf makes the food. So ascent of sap happens when transpiration occur. Last, the absorption and transfer of water and minerals in plant by transpiration. Means absorption of water is also happen when transpiration, and mineral absorption also happens when transpiration is occur. So these are the significance of transpiration. There is two small topic also included in this chapter. First, guttation, and second, bleeding. What is guttation? Whenever the loss of water in the form of droplet of water, then it is called guttation. And this activity happens through hydrothods. Hydrothods are the stomata which are always open, and there is xylem parenchyma inner side of these stomata, and the xylem vessels direct opens in these stomata. Whenever root pressure is increases, the water is lost by marginal hydrothods or water pores. This is called guttation. Example of guttation: potato, arbi, bryophyllum, and many grasses. Last, bleeding. As you know, the liquid fulfills in vacuole is called cell sap. By cutting some of these plants, they secrete their sap outer side. Just like you see in Calotropis, there is milky substances is released by these latex vessels by root pressure, because root pressure is high always in these plants, and when we cut these plants, they secrete their sap outer side, and this is called bleeding. Example: Calotropis procera or R and Tadi in Kerala. By this shape they make alcoholic liquid. And third and most important example is Hevia branchioliensis. By this shape we perform the rubber. So this is our chapter complete, transpiration. Thank you.